So far I've been showing you all the narrow roads, the country roads, the bumpy roads, all those roads which most people usually don't drive on. Tonight I'm going to show you the nice roads home. First we go down to the bottom of this hill, and then you'll see nothing but nicer roads all the way home. So let me get down here first, and then we'll have a nice drive home, as opposed to a crazy drive home watching out for wombats, kangaroos or anything else like that. So I might give my car a bit of a rest. So here we are, down at this road here. Sign says Montrose to the left and Lilydale to the right. We're going to go to the left. And here we go. So I'll be showing you that we actually do have nice roads in Australia. And they're not all dirt roads and bumpy roads. Okay. Yeah. So this road I'm on now is called Swansea Road. And as we go further down the road, it changes name and becomes Canterbury Road. So here we are, driving along, a few trees, street lights. Yeah, it's a nice road, no bumps. You can see I'm not turning around sharp corners or anything like that. I can do the speed limit without any problem. Got a couple of roundabouts to go through, but those roundabouts aren't anything too challenging at all. So here we go. Here we are, here comes the first roundabout. Of course, as always, got to slow down for it. Let's wait for this car to go through. Yep, and on we go. Here we go. And as we continue on down this lovely road here, much better road than the other roads I've been on. And you can see at this time of night, there's not that much traffic either. So here we go. Oh, let me turn this around a bit. Look, that gives a better view of the road. Much better. So I'm not exactly sure at what point it becomes Canterbury Road, but you will see the difference once we get closer to it. Oh, down to 70 we go now. What was that pole doing over the road? I'm glad I missed that. I don't know who would have put that there. Very dangerous though. And here comes the second roundabout. From here on we don't have any more roundabouts. until of course we we get to Morwell, and then from there on to Churchill. So there's only 2 roundabouts while we're still in Melbourne, and 2 roundabouts closer to home. But I'm not going to show you those ones tonight. I think this here is Canterbury Road now. Yes, it is. Sign said Canterbury Road. And now we're doing 80 kilometres per hour. From here on in, we shouldn't have any more surprises on the way before we get to the M1, which is our main freeway in Australia. Actually, the M1 goes all the way around Australia. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. It could be the M1 or it could be called the Princess Freeway, which goes all the way around Australia. If anyone knows better than that, then please let me know in the comments. All carpet court, excellent, nice place. Lots of different businesses along this road, both commercial and retail. And to the left of us we have Club Kilsyth, which is a hotel. And now we're going past a shopping centre which has Woolworths, pharmacy, pizza and pasta, and anything else that you may need to get. Well, here we go. Red light in front of us. Let's slow down. Oh, here we go. We can keep going. Carousel. Oh, this to the right of us. It's an ice cream place. Just past an ice cream place. That's nice. Okay, and now it's going to get to 70 kilometres per hour just here. And as you can see, it is 70 kilometres per hour. I've already started to slow down a bit. But here's a red light, and it should go green pretty soon. Let's see how long it takes. 1, 2, 3. Ah, there we are. Excellent. I don't know what that 60 place is. What do they do there? Oh, I think they do bus rentals, bus and van and car rentals. Okay, yeah, exciting stuff. Well, when I need to rent a car or van or a bus, maybe I can go there. To the left we have Officeworks. Nice to see. Spartan Schoolwell. Okay. Must be going there for school stuff. Spotlight. Spotlight is like a woman's favourite place to go. Oh, I can get in trouble. maybe I shouldn't say that. I could get into trouble for that. It's a place where you go to buy cloths. So cloth for making curtains, clothing, whatever. They sell pillows, cushions, doona covers, all that sort of stuff. Everything to do with the home, basically. Oh, McDonald's again on the right. No, thank you. Not that rubbish. And now we turn left into Bayswater Road. I have no idea why it's called Bayswater Road. I guess it goes through a suburb called Bayswater. And you'd be thinking, Bayswater, it must be close to the beach or must be close to water. And I have never seen any water in Bayswater, which is kind of ironic. A bit unusual. To name a place with water in it, and it's not even close to water. Why they named it that way, I have no idea. Now we're going to turn right at Mountain Highway. Turning right at Mountain Highway so that we can eventually get to Stud Road. Stud Road is a road that I go down in order to be able to get to the M1 freeway. And here we go. 60 kilometers per hour. Let's take it nice and easy. This person here doesn't know what speed they're doing. They start off fast and they slow right down. So let's see if they'll speed back up again now that I'm going past them. That's one thing that really annoys me when people do that. Oh, red light. Here we go. And I think I'll just let them get ahead so that I don't have to worry about road politics. Go on, get ahead, go on. I just want to get to the left lane. Thank you. Excellent. And I'll get to the left lane again. There we are. Fantastic. And since I'm turning left from this road, I like to go on the side of the road where I'm actually turning from. Yep, 60 kilometers per hour. Excellent. Here we are, and downhill here it is still 60 kilometers per hour. Oops, slow down. Don't want to get caught for speeding now, do you, hey? And then we have the maximum speed of 80 kilometers per hour. But since it is such a short distance from the 80 kilometer sign to Stud Road, and Stud Road starts off at 70 kilometers per hour, I really can't be bothered going 80 kilometers per hour. Oh, look, there they go. They're going to cut in front of me, are they, or not? Let's see what happens. Oh, thank you for not cutting in front of me. Excellent. And now what happens? Oh, yep, and they're going to follow me? No, that's good. As you see, it's 70 kilometers per hour. It's a much better road than going through the Dandenong Ranges. Still a bit bumpy though. And just ahead here, it gets to 80 kilometers per hour. Here we go. 80 kilometers per hour. Fantastic. And now we're coming to red lights. This is much better than trying to dodge kangaroos and wombats and deer and echidnas and koalas and rabbits. And let's see, what shall I do now? Oh yeah. Waiting. Yes, waiting. Oh, look, to the right of me there's a Golden Pebble Hotel. Wonderful. Oh, well, no, lights haven't changed yet. Oops. Oh, I started to jump the gun a bit there, wasn't I, huh? Yeah. And here we go. Here we go on the wonderful Stud Road. Now what you'll see in Melbourne, I think very much like other cities in the world, is they'll take out one lane that could be used for all traffic and make it a bus only lane. The idea, of course, that a bus can continue down a busy road like this in peak hour traffic without being impeded by any other traffic. Oh, here we go. So this lane is free now, but as soon as we get past these lights, it'll go back to there being a bus lane. And here we go. Bus lane ahead. Of course I get out of this lane. And there we have it. Oh, look, we've got to slow down to 40 here. Let me slow down to 40. Slow down to 40. Oh yes, here we go. Slow down to 40. Because to the left of us, they are doing some long-term roadworks. And regardless of whether they're doing anything or not at the time, you have to abide by the speed limit. Oh, it's 80 again now, but we've got a red light, so there we are. Oh, and now we can get to 80 again. Fantastic. Let's see what happens. Oh, we're going to be speeding past these guys here now, are we? Or what happens? Oh, bit of a bump in the road, another bump in the road here. Oh. And we continue on down Stud Road at 80 kilometres per hour. No slow speeds on a road like this. Well, at least I think so. Oh, here we are. Changing lanes. Whoopsie. Just made that. I guess I got away with that. Oh, red light here. Oh well, here we go. Red light. Oh, look, he went through a red light. And here we go. There's a housing estate to the left of me, and I remember when it was still all paddocks. There was not a single building there. It was all empty land. And it's surprising how quickly land goes from being empty to being a neighbourhood. Very surprising indeed. And we continue on down Stud Road. What a lovely road this is. And Alistair, do not go into the bus lane. You are not a bus. And I think I'll slow down a little bit here. Oh, excellent. Yep. No race, no rush. And look, this person that went through the red light has to go to the same red light as I do. So, are they going to go through the red light again? Let's see what happens. I think I'll go to this lane here. And that guy in the far left lane, pretty much guarantee they're going to take off like a rocket because they're going to get ahead of everyone else. Oh boy. So, sometimes I wonder if I'm driving on the road or on a racetrack with the way that some people drive. Oh. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Off you go. Excellent. Cool. Excellent. And since I have a long way to go, I don't have to really stress myself out now, do I? Hey? And as we continue along, we've got a vet here, vet at number 919 on Stud Road. There's a Carryboy business, I don't know what that is. Bridgestone Select. Yes, we have Bridgestone tyres in Australia. And we also have, let's see, Michelin, Dunlop, Bow Repairs, who else? Oh, many different types. You can buy Continental tyres here in Australia too. Cooper tyres, believe it or not, but they're very expensive here in Australia because I believe they are an American import. Please leave a comment to let me know if I got it wrong. Oh, here we go, we're going past McDonald's again. Not that rubbish. And KFC. You know, I'd rather a piece of chicken than a greasy burger. But we'll just continue on. Chemist Warehouse, yes. We have big chemists, pharmacists in Australia as well too. Yep. Like your one-stop shop, basically. One-stop shop for anything to do with health. Oh, and unhealth as well too. Diesel 199.9. Oh, what is this one here? 199.9. Yep, still too much. Here we are. On Stud Road still. I think this is Wellington Road that we are about to cross. And off we go. United Fuel. Someone has told me that United Fuel is they get their fuel from Indonesia. I don't know anything about that, I've just heard it, that's all. And here we are, continue down Stud Road. Nice road. We're back to 2 lanes again. And the speed limit is still 80 kilometres per hour. Interesting. And here we go. We continue on down the road here. Still 80 kilometers per hour. And pretty soon we'll be getting to the M1 or Princess Highway, whichever one you want to call it. I think it's called the M1. We'll see what the sign says. So the bright light sign here says Princess Highway, 6 kilometres. So we're not going to be driving 6 kilometres to get to the M1. So just after Brady Road, we turn left onto the M1. M1 Warragul Cranbourne, that's what we want. Here we go. And on the M1 it is 100 kilometres per hour. And there's lots of lanes. And during the daytime it can get quite busy. And I always have to constantly look because I like to get to the right lane. So I've got 1 lane, 2 lane, 3rd lane to get across, 4th lane to cross over to, and now the 5th lane we're at as well. Okay, cool. I'll slow down a little bit here. Cool. And sometimes you get people that are going slow in the right lane. In other countries that drive on the right side of the road, that would not be a problem because that is the slow lane. But here in Australia, where we drive on the left, when someone gets in the right lane, it can be a bit annoying when you want to overtake. So here we are, we continue down the M1. Now it takes a little bit longer to take these roads than going through the Dandenong Ranges. But if you don't like narrow roads and you want to be able to have no hassles while driving down the road, then you wouldn't mind taking a little longer to get home to drive on nice roads. Pretty soon we'll be passing through Narrawarren and Berwick. Growth corridors for housing and construction. So most of the houses in those areas are fairly new. So you wouldn't get any houses that are... There's a lot of houses that wouldn't be more than 10, 20 years old. And that would be considered to be like an old house. And they're always constantly building, always constantly opening up new estates for people to build their homes in. And there is always land available. Always land available. So we're as we're driving along, we're going to be passing through Hallam. So we haven't quite made it to Narrowwarren and Berwick yet, but we're getting there. So we've only been driving for 30 minutes so far, and we've made it this far, which is pretty good. Earnswank Road. I always find that to be a funny road. What a funny name that is, Earnswank Road. And here we are, Earnswank Road, left lane. Okay. Right, well, we're not going to Earnswank Road. We're continuing on down the M1 until we get home. Now, I won't be doing the whole video for the whole way home. I'm just showing you another way to get to Pakenham. From Pakenham, it is another 1 hour drive to where I live. But there's not that much which is interesting between Pakenham and where I live. It is pretty boring, yep, pretty unexciting, pretty uneventful, yeah. And we're about to go through Narrowwarren. Here we are. And the other reason why I don't record the whole way home is because I like to listen to my music as I'm driving. Oh, 90 kilometers per hour. And I went down to 80. Oh. Why 90 for? Aha. I see. They're closing off lane. There's going to be some roadworks. Now this means that they've reduced the speed again. Even more so. So let's see what the speed is again. 80. Well, I'm already doing 80. I was doing 90, now I'm doing 80. And what is this one going to say? 60, here we go, we'll slow down to 60. Yep, here we go, slowing down to 60. And someone behind me will get very impatient, so they'll just change lanes and cut ahead of me, which is fine. Or maybe they will be patient. Let's see what happens. Well, they get nice and close to me. And now we're down to 40 kilometers per hour. Oh, this is going to be exciting, isn't it, eh? 40 kilometers per hour going through roadworks. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh well, here we go. And since I'm one of those drivers that is very strict in observing the speed limit, people who are immediately behind me don't really like me. Because I'm holding them up, I'm going too slow. Well, you know, they're not paying my fines. I'm not gonna pay a speeding fine because somebody else wants to speed. No, thank you. If they want to speed, that's fine, they can do that. But as for me, I think it's a bit crazy to be giving money to the government when you don't need to. So here we are, 40 kilometres per hour. Altus is a traffic company doing this, doing the traffic control here. I just saw a truck with Altus on the side of it. About, let's see, 2009 I started. Yeah, I became a traffic controller in 2009. So let's see, it's 2022 now. So 13 years ago, I started to become I started working as a traffic controller, and I stopped being a traffic controller in the year, let's see, how long ago? 2016. That's right. Yeah. Because I stopped doing that because I needed a change. And that's what people do, of course. They go through changes. So I did Uber for 2 years. During my 2 years of doing Uber, I had over 6,000 rides. And you can imagine that with over 6,000 rides, I had over 6,000 people passing through my cars. Of all different types of people. Drunk people, happy people, sad people, angry people, people going through life's problems, all that sort of stuff. And I think now is the time to speed back up again because we've gone through the roadworks. So here we go. Well, one thing I did learn being an Uber driver, that's what I did for 2 years, is I learned that people are basically the same. We all have our different wants, our needs. We have things which we think are important to us, and then other things we don't think are so important. We all like to go out and have a bit of fun, and we also like to treat, most of the time I found that people like to treat others with respect. And you know, when you meet so many people, it teaches you a lot of things about yourself. Helps you to see the things that you like about yourself and that you don't like about yourself. And it really makes you, well, it really helps you to see the diversity of people as well. Now, I'm not just talking about ethnicity or a country where a person is from, but the diversity of personalities as well. How people can be positive, negative, they can have anxiety, they can be confident, all these different things. And it was quite a good experience, actually. 2 years of meeting people and getting paid for it, basically. But I had to stop doing that because I was getting too many parking fines, paying too many tolls, too much wear and tear on the car, and never really having enough money to be able to pay for all the things that I needed to pay. And that's why I had to give up doing Uber driving, because it was quite taxing on me physically and mentally. And at times you come across people who you don't feel safe around at all. And I did not enjoy have to go through that stress. Definitely not. But here we go, we're driving along here. We're about to pass through Officer. Now you won't know we're passing through Officer. It's quite a built-up area because there are barriers and there's trees at the side of the road. So you won't be able to see all the houses and the buildings that are beside the road at all. As you can see, it's still a very nice road. Nice road, little traffic, and not a worry in the world. There's another McDonald's. Goodbye, McDonald's. We don't need your rubbish. Oh yeah, here we go. On we go. Still 100 kilometers per hour. Very nice, smooth road this one is. Much nicer than those narrow roads going through the Dandenong Ranges, I tell you. A lot nicer. Now to the right of us, you cannot see any of this, but I know this already because I've been there. There is a lot of vacant land. There is so much real estate that is available to buy in Melbourne. It is a very high growth, Victoria is a very high growth state. A lot of people are moving here all the time. I wouldn't say it's necessarily because of the weather, although the weather is cooler, it's not unbearable. I'd say it's because of the lifestyle and the opportunities we have here. We have a very open and very social lifestyle in Melbourne. People like to meet up often to go to restaurants, go to cafes. You don't really go to the beach that much because our beaches aren't exactly the best in the world, and we only go when it's hot. And even during the summertime, it doesn't really get that hot that often. But you know, we have a lot of things that attract people here. Job opportunities, culture, restaurants, beautiful parks and gardens. There's a lot of things that people can do at night time for entertainment as well. We have a casino. I'm not really a big fan of casinos. I think they're just places for people to lose their money. But in the same area where the casino is, we have lots of restaurants, lots of clothing stores. We have a river that's nice to walk along. There's exhibition centres. There's so many different types of shops. So many things to do in Melbourne. And we're passing through Officer right now, which is still a growing area. Still a lot of vacant, open and empty land available out here. So if ever you have the inkling to want to come and visit or live in Melbourne, Australia, just let me assure you that the opportunities and the possibilities are endless. There are many things that you can do and many experiences that you can have in Melbourne, Australia. Very multicultural, very cosmopolitan state is Victoria. So we have people from all over the world here in Victoria. So you never need feel lonely in Victoria, because there is always a group, there is always a club, there is always a society for you to join, to have a feeling of belonging, which is very important for all societies, to have that feeling of belonging. We are very accepting. Overall, most people in Melbourne are very accepting and very open-minded. Many people have travelled to many places around the world. People who come from Melbourne have done that. So they have a very broad view of what people are like from different parts of the world. Of course, we also do have a lot of people that haven't travelled so much and don't have that same broad view. But overall, I think that for the majority of cases, people are very open-minded and very open-minded and very cultural. Right now we are passing through Pakenham. Now Pakenham has a fairly large population. You wouldn't know it by what you see in this video, because all we are seeing is the road ahead of us. We cannot see all the estates, all the houses and all the development that is going on in Pakenham. But let me assure you, there is a lot to do in Pakenham as well. Now soon we'll be going past where I had that pit stop a few nights ago. So it'll be coming up soon. So after this hill, and after we go around a couple of bends, we'll be going past that Shell service station. I wish you could see to the right, to the left of me actually. You would see how built up and developed Pakenham is. And here we are on our way down the M1 towards home. So we just went over another bridge there, and this will be the last bridge we cross over before we continue on our way to home. Here we are. Oh. Pardon me. To the right of us we have a train depot. So this is a place where they rest the trains at night when they're no longer running, and also they do a lot of maintenance here as well too. And the maintenance yards for the trains that they have in Pakenham, they used to be in Melbourne. Now I remember going past those as a kid and seeing them on the train just before getting into Melbourne City itself. And what they did is they decided to clear them away from there, from the city, and put all the maintenance to the outer suburbs, because they wanted to create land for development. And what they built on that land, they built the Vodafone Arena and the National Tennis Centre in Melbourne. Now in Melbourne, that's where we have the Australian Open Tennis Championships every single year. So we have all the big names in tennis coming to Melbourne to try and win the Australian Open. So we've had the Venus sisters here, we've had Pete Sampras, we've had so many, it's hard to remember them all. But yes, every year we have the Australian Open Tennis Championships there. And other than tennis, they also use the Vodafone Arena and I forget what the other one is called, but there's another arena as well too. They use them for concerts and for other sporting events as well too. And lots of organisations like to hire those buildings out for, you know, for big conferences or anything else like that. So yeah, very interesting. But here we are, to the left of us we have the Shell service station where I made my pit stop on Monday during the week. But now we've gone past it, I'm going to stop the video here and just continue on my way with the music playing in the background while I drive home. So I hope you enjoyed the drive and you enjoyed the information and my talking as I'm driving along. See you next time.